All right, 60 seconds on the clock. We got no time to waste. If you want to play, you know what to do, guys. It's exclamation mark followed by play. You guys have done this before. It's not your first rodeo. If it is anyone's first rodeo, you just type exclamation mark play. Peep your pebble. Where are you, San? Oh. Reading. Can I see San's ball before I go to sleep? Am I blind? Guys, I might be blind. 30 seconds on the clock for me to... A classic needle in a haystack situation. There's Juby's pineapple. There's Prash's car. 15 seconds. Come on, X, mate. All the way on the right. Oh! Oh, he's got a car as well. He's got a clown car. San in the clown car. Exclamation mark play. 1 second left. Honestly, you're probably too late now. Oh, of course, Hadouken's horse. I remember that horse well. I stared into his eyes for probably way too long, ultimately. And we're off to the races right now. Choice of right and left. A common decision in life. But we're trying to avoid this UFO as well. Don't want to get probed. That was useful. Strong lead. Solo in this path right now. It's a hit and miss for the aliens on this one. That was useful coming up to the first bumpers. Any way through? Oh, just muscled his way through all of it. Nev now into the sky, as is Velvet. Any quick cheaters? Anyone racing their way to the corn? Painkiller in the sky. Not the rollout I was hoping for. It's actually just, that was useful. Wait, Mr. Rover? Oh, King of the Corn! Mr. Rover, King of the Corn. We've got our ghost ball here for the fastest time, but Mr. Rover actually making a good run of it. King of the Corn, hay bales and through. Just needs to avoid the UFO. Avoids the UFO. Mr. Rover with a strong lead. Looks like he's going to get a chance to play the wheel. Oh, spin the wheel? Maybe not. Oh, what has happened? He was King of the Corn, but he's fumbled.
OWCS
Only good at the corn part. Now Painting Sugar is right on their heels. Gigalaw's gained a lot of time here as well. Mr. Rover still has the lead, but blown a massive opportunity here. Another probe going through, but I think Mr. Rover has avoided that one as well. So we'll make it to the corner. One more set of bumpers. And remember, the checkbox here, it's moving left to right. So it's all about good timing right now. Racing forward, Mr. Rover coming around the final bend. A duck on Quack, also coming up on the other side. Mr. Rover through the bumpers. Oh, hard stuck for Mr. Rover. It's anyone's race. Dr. Chippy is gaining. If they can get a clear run, it might be good. Thank you, Mr. Mango Juice, for the prime. Mr. Rover avoids getting probed. Can they hold their lead? The King of the Corn leaping in. They just need to time it right. Can they land it? They do land it. Mr. Rover. Dr. Chippy overshoots, so no second place just yet. Oh, there we go. ASDF Q32 closes it out. Our top 10 will be secured. You can see Overwatch in the mix there in the top 10. Everyone else catching up. A few more jumpers. Not the solution they were looking for. Captain Prash. A few engine troubles back here, right? What is going on, Prashy? Something's broken. Some technical issues right now. Prash, can he at least finish it? 30 seconds to finish it right now for Prash. UFO overhead, but Prash skips that one. All he needs to do is land it right now, but now, always good. Ends up backing it up. Avalor to close out the race. Oh, off the side and wide. Your exhaust is on fire. A classic technical issue. All right, ready to spin the wheel here, Rover? All right, lots of the good prizes are gone, but there's still an Ana Mythic and a Rhine Mythic and a second Ana Mythic in the mix here as well, okay? Ooh. All right. Season 13 Ultimate Battle Pass. I know what some of you are saying. This is a that Season 13 doesn't exist anymore. It's in the past, but you'll get something for this, okay? You'll get something for this. Let me get out of marbles. Yeah, not a bad prize at all. A race well run. Let me get myself back on the right screen. Let me get myself in position. And I presume Juby's in bed now, right? So it's actually, the onus is on me to do the thing. But I can do the thing. Xavier Brom is warming up to cast Lenny Chan. What a good end to a Friday. Thanks, Alex. Where are all my codes? There we go. Let's see. Oh, you're sending it, Juby? All right. I'll leave it in your capable hands, then. Congratulations again, Mr. Rover. I just, you know, looking at different screens. All right. Similar situation here, actually, where Amplify are going to ban their, or burn their ball ban. Classic BBB. On map number 1 on this Lijiang Tower, SSG started with the Sombra ban here. And obviously, when somebody bans Sombra, the way this current meta has unfolded today, very much feels like that's an implication. They want to play ball. Rad Esports with the Amp for Planet. I guess it's clear who you're rooting for in all of this. All right, and we'll kick ourselves straight off here on Lijiang Tower. So, Mauga in play, no surprises there from Gap. If you're a little bit new to watching Gap and Amplify play, Gap really is the Mauga guy in all of this. All right, let's get these creds closed. 23% on Amplify. A few people expect to be upset. We're going to get Foner in play as well. Seeker takes down that turret nice and quickly. Now trying to find another rail. Doesn't find anything, but Sugarfree is all over Phone. Gap with a little bit of a drive-by, but has no HP left, and they are on the back foot early in the corner and just sitting ducks for Seeker to finish off right now. And a strong start on the hazard here for SSG. Remember, guys, keep boosting Kellen. The more you boost Kellen, the better he will play. It worked last week. It'll work again this week. Oh, there we go. Seeker doesn't need any boosts. He's doing fine. Just keep boosting Kellen. Nice early pick for Seeker. In full control of this. Getting almost infinite rails off this Mauga as well. Sojourn very good for that. I expect we'll probably see Amplify maybe try and ban the Sojourn at a certain point. Worth noting this Sombra ban also affects Phone, who has really been one of the really early adopters of the Sombra in all of this. Turret will fall for Phone as well, as Winter's going to walk up right now. Crazy Cat very close to this Kitsune Rush as well. Winter's kind of low. Kitsune Rush is getting very close, actually, so SSG have to be careful with his first ult timing right now. Kitsune Rush will come out. Is there a disengage? There is not a disengage for Kellen. There weren't enough boosts for Kellen, chat. We let him down. And now tank advantage as they flood into point. Phone will get the cleanup kills. The rest of SSG going to attempt to disengage and should be good for it as Sugarfree puts out that final deflect. And now a chance for a big ult retake right now. SSG in command of the ult situation. They have the Ray, they have the Blade ready to go. Could even just be an overclock start, honestly, to force their way around this bridge. No, it's going to be Ray first. Beat back in response. Bliss doesn't quite have it yet. Kellen, oh, guys, where are the boosts? Blade will come out for Sugarfree, trying to slice through all of this. Forces for TP only, though. One more slice. Seeker with the overclock is the finisher, though. Takes down 2 before getting traded. Not done yet, actually. They're going to take down the turret. There's still a Mauga on point. Bliss, Sugarfree, and CJ. It's a 3v2, but they have to deal with this Mauga. But so hard for Mauga. Kellen is back quick as well. Gap's running for the mini, but Sugarfree on his case takes him down. Oh, another one lining up here for him as well. Stop shooting the deflect. Stop shooting the deflect. Come on, Phone. She gets caught by that one there. Gets caught by that one there. Just resist. Just take your finger off the trigger, you know. And now SSG back in control of a point. Cage and Molten Core coming back, and this is a lethal combo. Beat won't save you from this. Downpour won't save you from this. So we're going to try and go early. Early Downpour comes out. They have to be worried about this Cage. A Cage just to live, but Sugarfree gets it for Cage. Kills Gap anyway. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but honestly, Sugarfree's probably actually pretty happy with that. 20% left now for SSG to close out this first round. Blade in the hands of Winter, but Bliss has the perfect answer. They could even use Molten Core here. Are they just slowing it down a little bit right now? Amplify going to try and wait for their Mauga to come back into the fight. Get a full 5v5. Is it 2 ult versus 1 ult situation as my stream is going to buffer? So, alright. Isaac in that. SSG have gone first. Molten Core defensively beat over the top. Only catches the backline. A 2-beat Bliss. And this Molten Core and Blade is going to get the job done. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it's anything disaster for SSG. Ends up still being a 2 ult for 1 ult trade, so big picture still looks really fine for SSG, as they're going to come back with this retake. They're going to have Kellen on Junker Queen, straight out of Stockholm this one. Ray and Blade available for SSG to combo into this. Crazy Cat might have a Kitsune Rush, but I really Really don't think this will be enough to overpower the combo here. Maybe need to try and do something wacky here, Amplify. Just make it a scrap. You see Phone hugging the choke. She's looking ready to go. Stomp comes in, trying to play on the backline. Turret out in the mix right now. Suzu and Ray come. And oh, the Ray Blade gets it done. I think it was probably the right call, ultimately, for amplifying that. It was a really difficult situation. Try and find that Stomp timing. Try and find CJ early on. Doesn't work out though, and Sugar Free will go all the way to touch for spawn. Get in there with him at the end. Oh, they take him down. And alright, SSG back and forth, honestly. Amplify continuing to show pluck and bite and grit and all these good things. Not making it easy for SSG. And now we'll move on to Control Center. Probably one of the better points for the Malga here. When we saw Kellen play Junker Queen into the Malga comp at Stockholm with NRG at the time, Kellen's playstyle was very much quite roamy. Like, instead of just trying to play, if they were in these mid-fight situations, sort of like I guess, right, just mid-range in terms of damage trade, you can actually poke the Malga out a lot in those situations as the Junker Queen. But other times, when the Malga would try and play aggressive, Kellen would just roam into the backline here. So we'll see if he adopts a similar playstyle in all of this. For now, though, they have control of White Room, and they will just be holding up there. Disruptor shot is going to force Amplify to take a little step back. Sugar Free keen to keep looking for the advantage as they take down the turret. But Amplify with a chance to retake space here if Gap can find the timing, but he's already down to half HP. Lots of it. Shout just used defensively as they're trying to force point right now, but this is going to allow Kellen to just bleed this all off. Stomp out doesn't make its way there, and I think honestly Amplify, they need to play the situation more aggressively. They will lose this mid-range poke fight because Seeker's going to get loads of rail opportunities off that Malga. Kellen is just going to win the damage trade at that range. And a shout into spawn to catch Phone late as well, so a little bit of a staggered death here too. Complete control for SSG in this opening of Control Center. Phone will make her way onto Adventure. So Adventure Genji, a very aggressive duo here. Expects Seeker and CJ's life to presumably get a little bit harder in all of this. No ults just yet for SSG, but CJ and Sugar Free closing in again, charging it fast. Here we go. Unburrow onto Seeker right now. He's going to slide back. He's awfully low. Just get out of that. Shout from Kellen keeps them all alive, and Sugar Free gets a 2-for-1 with that dash onto the backline too. Kellen's pushing forward, and they demolish him at the choke as they come through. And now SSG, 2 clean fights in a row. And plenty of ults in the bank here to snowball them. And this is probably, unfortunately for Gap, one of the slowest charging Malga ults we're going to see. And we've seen a few slow ones in our time as well, honestly. Sugar Free's going to take care of marking the flank right now. Try and keep Phone in check. But Venture just have a pretty favourable matchup in that. Now they come through. Ray will come out after Gap commits that stomp. Ewan is going to get absolutely demolished as a result by this. And SSG keeping it efficient too. Not investing too many more ults. Sugar Free has to be worried about fighting Adventure in a room like that. Kellen had a little peek to see if he could help out. Now, double support ult coming back for Amplify, a chance to get themselves involved, but could just be a beat Blade situation potentially here. Kellen's going to maybe have the Rampage as the finisher. Blade from behind right now. Beat and Kitsune Rush both used. Sugar Free trying to chop through and just keep slicing the Lucio onto this backline right now. Kellen has the Rampage too, but they already have player advantage. Knife is going to force for Suzu. Suzu is out now. Kellen comes in for the closer. Overclock was sent out as well. Desperate touch attempt right now. Body block onto the Lucio. Ewan won't get anywhere. Bliss denies that. And there we go. Oh, cheers, Kellen. Guys, we forgot to stop boosting Kellen for a second and he gets booped off the map. This is the responsibility we have in our hands, you know? This is the responsibility we have. Never stop boosting Kellen. Oh, it's over? Yeah, the round's over. it was a quick one. Let me get this VOD uploaded while we have a couple of minutes here. So that was, where am I going? Shikigami versus Emulus. I'll get that one uploaded. I don't know how much interest now, honestly, be in that one. But it's out, you know, there's an element of completionist when I get one of these VODs uploaded. So I'll get it uploaded out of respect. Am I always this pale? Yeah. Last couple of years, I've had a bit more of a tan going because I got to live in LA for several months at a time. For some reason, they're not inviting me. Cloud9 no longer inviting me out there. SSG will surely get me a tan going. Down the beaches in Spain. Is this the PG announcement GIF? We watched it. We watched it just before though. But yeah, excited to have PG on the squad. Actually, honestly, it's like I'm gonna have to sort of toot my own horn in all of this. But pretty good vibes, no? Pretty good vibes on SSG this season. Hunter, Sugar-Free, Seeker, Kellen and Bliss, CJ, me and PGE. It's an alright group of fellas, I reckon. An alright group. PG's gonna sell so many skins. People gonna get that SSG Widowmaker. I mean, hopefully. Are you gonna have to fight PG in Hell itself? No, they're allowed to sign multiple co-streamers. So if anything, I'm a bit surprised more orgs didn't opt for multiple co-streamers in all of this, because I thought it would have been like a kind of easy win for a lot of orgs. Maybe, I guess, different orgs prioritize it at different amounts, but SSG clearly looking for the right guys. As you've seen, are you going for a Big Brother Riot vibe or more of a bully role? No, I think I've always been nice for PGE. Even when he says he won't come on Uncoachable. Oh, good shout, Lemon. Even when he says he won't come on Uncoachable, nothing but kind to him, you know? He's cool. Alright, so SSG won that map 1. Let's get map 2 going. Why is Matt so close? He's always this close to the camera, no? Matt loves the camera, and the camera loves him. Co-streamer, Rip. Co-streamer. Rack is a co-streamer as well. He's on Gen G. Co-streaming jobs for all the boys. I don't know, actually. I presume all year. I don't know. Maybe it'll change if there's like a team opportunity comes up that he wants, but I actually don't know. They didn't involve me in the contract negotiations. Just work it, mate. Dante's going to be the co-streamer for Falcons. Yes, yeah, Rack's in the same situation, co-streamer for Genji rather than on like the playing roster. These round 2 Preds look a little skewed. By any chance are they SSG favoured? Ooh, 97%, 97%. I mean, the Cope would be, in reality. If there is a map that they would win, it would be this one, right? Amplify going to ban the Sojin, makes the Malga a little bit better. SSG going to ban the Kiri in response here. So, chance now for... obviously, CJ will probably play Juno in all of this. Chance for them to play maybe Bull, Torb, Sim. I mean, SSG probably aren't going to be too amiss of that. And this is where I think maybe Amplify banning Bull on map 1 comes back to bite him a little bit. Because this would be a really good map to play to ban Bull, I think. I mean, always possible, and if they actually just keep running the Hazard, they had success on it. But, let's see it. Oh, maybe he's just going to keep going Queen. He's beaten Malga before with it. Who do you say is for top 3 NA Tunos? Is it just, is it quite simple? Is it just, I think like this might be the top 3 for almost all heroes. Or maybe I should put Squid in there. I don't really know. I feel like Squid and CJ are probably actually right at the top, honestly. I don't know what you would do with like RuPaul UV, really. There's maybe like a really tight, even tight 3rd place there. Does that mean we have Lenny, PG, and Seeker? We do. We do. Alright, so here we go. Cass, Genji, Junker Queen right now. Phone back on her trademark Sombra. Gap is going to be caught early on, though, and just... Yeah, again, there's always this worry that and this sort of like mid-range here, the Malgus just actually loses these trades quite hard. Once I feel like, again, I want to see Amplify, for lack of a better word, amping up some kind of amp up the aggression on some of these. Gap's actually going to go onto the Orisa here. More of a more direct counter matchup right now, but Sugar-Free phone in his sights. And SSG off to a reasonable start, but now Kellen's life may be going to get a little bit harder, so we've got to make sure we keep boosting Kellen at this juncture. Because now he's in theory getting counter-picked a little bit right now. But with enough boosts, no hero can stop you. High Noon's probably going to be the first ult up here for Seeker. Difficult one to use consistently. Going to need to maybe get a bit of a body block going. Maybe Sugarfree can use that deflect to help him get it off. CJ slightly quicker on Ray as well. Torpedo swing from Crazy Cat. Doesn't find anything too meaningful as the turret is poked down. Kellen's actually just getting beamed. This wasn't enough boost. It wasn't enough boost, guys. High Noon back right now, but they're all quite far away. Trying to find an angle here. Spin out from gap bow, juggles that cover and cooldown well, and now they push back. No tank bow means that Amplify are going to get to flip the point off that, and they should get most of the cleanup kills here. Juno and Brig on the run right now. Bliss and CJ getting hunted down. Here comes Phone with that overload. Will catch Bliss. CJ has left his guy for dead. Kellen sticking with Junker Queen for now. They're coming back with Ray, Rally, and the Blade. But actually, Amplify's ult bank looks better here. So even if they need one more fight, SSG, might be quite tricky to squeeze 2 fights out of this one. Maybe near impossible. So SSG needs to try and find a way to win this ult situation. Maybe just a Ray Blade combo is the answer here. EMP and Terror Surge can make this all really hard. EMP round the corner as it comes through, and oh my god. CJ, did the Ray even go off? Quick replay. It looks pretty Rajaxy, doesn't it? Looks pretty Rajaxy. Thank you, Hydro Ken, for the 2 months. And alright, one more desperate attempt at the retake here. Seeker's going to blink for the touch. Does force the overtime, but they need to get it moving. Bliss is going to rally for it. They need another touch. Overload on point as Sugarfree gets that touch. They do a safe spot here for Bliss and Kellen to stand in, so they're alright for now. And Rampage is up. But Ewan, he has the beat to answer this Rampage. Sugarfree's going to start with the Blade. That's going to force the beat first. Now look at Kellen. It's going to be the closer right now. They lose 2. Kellen goes for a Rampage. A Rampage, Jax! Oh, no. Seeker gets 1 late trade, and CJ's still floating around, but the hack there will allow Phone to finish off that kill. And Amplify take the first round. Overload is for Torby. Gotta know these Torb abilities for this situation. I should have said Molten Core, though. I actually said the wrong thing, but Overload is easy. Alright, Kellen now onto the Sigma, so trying to one-up this tank game. Kellen's actually got a pretty decent Sigma for what it's worth, even though it's not a hero you maybe always associate with main tank players. Walking in at the choke right now, catches a spear in the face, but he's a big lad, he can tank that one. Rock round the corner, catches it as well. 1 for HP trade massively onto Gap, as Gap's going to spin back round now. Matrix out from Kellen, but still just winning this poke trade. Has plenty of shield now to peek with again, and Sugarfree's chasing down all these weak targets. Kellen just wins that head-to-head right there. No ults quite up for Amplify. They had to invest quite heavily in the previous fight to make sure they got it. And SSG will be able to will be able to get back in control of this, and they have Ray advantage for the next fight here. The only danger for CJ is going to be there's another EMP up, so don't Ray Jax this one. There's a joke somewhere with CJ's name and Jax near, like a CJ Jax, a CJ Jax, a CJ Jax, J Jax, CJ Jax. I think that sounds the most satisfying. CJ Jax needs to be avoided at this opportunity for CJ. Actually catches him quite early with just a flashbang from downtown. Phone is going to cloak up again, try and set up this EMP. A C-Jax? Maybe C-Jax is better. EMP on the backline there, all over it, and CJ doesn't even get an opportunity to press the button this time. Taken down before the fight. Pining in response from Seeker, but oh, Gap is all over them. Flux comes out onto that Terror Surge. Kellen's able to trade 1 kill and get himself onto the high ground, but booped straight back down by Ewan. The Rock does connect from Kellen, but not enough to convert the kill, and Kellen's trying to play his life right now. The Hunt is on a little bit, but Kellen has shield and all of this. And a pretty reasonable fight there from Amplify. Another EMP success. Now coming up to a double support ult trade, but Winter's going to have this Molten Core to throw in the mix as well. Keep an eye on Sugarfree's Blade mid-fight as they come in again. There we go. Hack onto Kellen in the front line. Ray back with the Ray's going to start moving into that come, and that's going to make it hard for SSG to stay in that one. Rally to keep moving forward, but the Molten Core is doing too much damage. Now a final dash in from Sugar Free. Can't really commit the blade here, though, and he's going to fall. And it's going to be a rush retake at best right now. Amplify know it, and they're pushing. Yeah, Kellen's jumped off the map. Kellen gonna have to go ball. Sacrifice for 70% flux if they want to get a touch, but maybe they can't even do it. Just gonna have to concede a second point here, and SSG gonna find themselves in a 2-0 situation here. Amplify punching back big time. Now walking onto the high ground. Gonna try and retake from here, Kellen. Getting pretty close to flux. CJ's actually gonna go onto BAP in all of this as well right now. Blade in the hands of Sugar Free, and no great answers for Amplify. Just gonna have to rely on maybe a hack, a boot, a Torp turret, a spear from Gap, something to disrupt this opportunity for Sugar Free. They might even just wait for Kellen to get his flux, actually. They spotted a Sombra on the side. That might be a gift, but Gap's found a kill for us all of this. Phone's running in circles. Sugar Free eventually finds the kill. Now the blade onto the Lucio. Nice, easy setup there. Got more in their sights as well. Juno first, then the Torp. Clean blade from Sugar Free, and they will get a retake. No chance at intervention on that one, despite the opening pick. And now a chance for SSG to hold a little bit forward. They've got the Flux coming. Flux are particularly difficult ult against Sombra as well. Remember, the neutral hack will just cancel this ult. Rock out. Hits for Rock. Go on, Kellen. Keep those boosts coming. It's working. It's working. CJ's getting pretty close to a window as well, but a scary EMP timing. Amplify have won all the EMP fights so far. To get themselves back in this map here, SSG are going to have to break some of these EMP fights. Eyes on Kellen right now. Bliss is going to kill Phone, so that's a great way to stop the EMP coming through. Take down Phone before the fight. They're going to catch for Lucio as well. Exactly the kind of fight they need. Eyes on this. You think when last week, Zeta played Flora on a lot of the Sombra, as some of you might remember, for better or for worse. Oh, shit, scary, shielded out there. Needs to move up a little bit right now, back a little bit right now, rather, SSG. But when Flora played a lot of it, part of the reason Falcons had so much success was their ability to scout the Sombra. Now through the window, looking for the Terror Surge, Ray push coming out as well, and Seeker and Sugar Free were both caught here. I think they're just going to tank this one, SSG, except that they lose the Ray fight. Window for Ray. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Ray is a more powerful ult than Window there. SSG coming back with a decent-ish ult bank, but again, Amplify. Their ults are so good in these macro situations right now. Killen again is in this weird situation where he can't really use the Flux because there's so much risk of just getting EMP'd. Meanwhile, Amplify, they can play a lot of their own game. A Terror Surge, a Molten Core combo, an EMP and Terror Surge. Lots of great options. Kellen's going to walk up. Javelin has been used. If they can find the Sombra, no, the EMP is there. B is good from Bliss, but not good enough for Sugar Free. Doesn't catch him. Later be back from Ewan. Molten Core still available right now as the Terror Surge was invested. Kellen's going to try and drop the Flux right now. Catches for Torp. Can he finish that kill? Doesn't quite get the kill. Turret is still up there. Rock's going to come through. Cancelled by the Spear. Kellen's still getting full pocket back onto this point right now, but he's going to get hacked one more time. Matrix comes through now. They're trying to focus it down. Seeker is with him. Peeking right back. CJ is there too. Lots of damage onto Gap. Bone goes over the wall. She can maybe look for a late trade here with her Lucio, but nothing more to do. And SSG, they do get a retake. They get a retake. Oh, Lenny did give a beat. They just one-shot him. Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. Gap now swapping onto Ramattra, so we continue this game of shuffling the tanks, trying to get the one-up situation. CJ gonna have Window here, but Window doesn't match up great to Molten Core. If Winter just drops some of his load on that Window, gonna have to make CJ step away from it. Because you come through a window, it's bad to be on the other side of that window. Just like in real life. Now, coming back with this retake. Oh, and the Window just does everything. Not even a chance to let loose, and Winter's gonna have to wait for a next opportunity. Good first fight. Cheap first fight as well for SSG. CJ, taking down his turret. First control over for SSG. They have the High Noon, they have the Blade. And again, a lot of these ults just don't quite feel as good, right? High Noon, Window, just lower value ults than a lot of the equivalents on Amplify. Molten Core coming out now from to try and create some space. Crazy Cat has the Ray as well. High Noon in response from Seeker. Just used very quickly. Now they use the Ray. Gap's taking so much damage right now. Sugar Free's actually found a kill. Will get traded for it. Ray still going there. Beat in from Bliss right now. No more ults to respond with from Amplify. So they've disengaged the worst of this beat push. And Amplify have actually nicked the point during all of this. Rock is going to go wide from Kellen right now. So this form from Gap is getting a decent amount of cleave. SSG will take the backstep. They're coming back in with this Flux and this Blade. But again, got to think about the Sombra timing here for Kellen. Has to avoid these hacks. They have to find the Sombra before Kellen can go with this ult. For now, though, trying to bully this Ramartra off point. I think they find it on the... Let's have a Sombra they found on the flank right there. Fona's getting chased down off screen right now, and Gap has lost a lot of health, so the beat will come in response. Kellen's going to try and move back. Is Boot back in? Oh, misses for Rock on the Torb right now. Will get slowed and hacked out of that, so no Flux Jacks for Kellen right now. Now Sugarfree's going to try and salvage it with the Blade. They can't really afford to lose this fight. Annihilation is out, though. They're trying to get the kill from Rock onto Gap, but he will live. High noon now from the high ground from Seeker. Eventually, that's enough to get over. Phone will dive onto Seeker, but Seeker is good for it. Seeker will get all the cleanup there. Whew. And SSG hold on, but Amplify, they had control of that point the entire time right now. And SSG, they're going to have to scramble to get everyone back for this next fight. No ult on the board just yet for SSG. Desperate for this Blissey beat. Amplify, Molten Core, nearly Array. The Molten Core shouldn't be too bad to deal with. They can maybe force point, clear some space with it. But the Ray is the really scary timing. This is hard for Spacestation to win on. Bliss has the beat, ready to go. Not really holding high ground here, SSG, so it looks like Phone will be taking some of that. But now, though, Amplify all stacked up at the choke, waiting for that Ray. Molten Core to clear some space on point, but Seeker with a perfect opening kill. Beat back from Blissey right now. Rock is perfect from Kellen. Sugar-free finishes that one. That's just what SSG needed in this moment. And Seeker is now just unchallenged on the flank, cleaning everyone up. Gap is the last one standing, and SSG tie it up 2-2. It's not over yet. Huge play from Kellen. Kellen going to keep playing the Sigma here. 70% to Flux, probably not worth swapping. Pioneer and Window up soon for SSG. Some of the lower value ults on their roster. Winter is going to go over to the Genji. Give her a chance maybe to combine with Phone a little bit more on this. Again, they scout for Sombra early right now. That makes SSG's life easier every time they find her in this situation. Sugar-free holding it on the side here. Seeker has high noon, CJ has window. Good ults to force for point with. They're trying to bully Sugar-free out of this position, but Bliss is with him. High noon from Seeker right now to try and force the objective. Now point is unlocked. Will secure that one. Amplify just going to have to accept that as their fate. Hack now onto Sugar-free, but Sugar-free's got... Oh, catches for Virus, actually, so has to burn the deflect here as well. And actually, Winter's going to dive in, get that kill. They've lost one here. CJ's going to window back right now. Phone can EMP and cancel it if they want. They go for it, 55 HP. They get it and find cover and survive. And that's going to lead to Kellen's death as well right there. At least for SSG, they got the EMP out right now. CJ's going to have to jump off the map, taking out reset. Virus, it just connects. Sugar-free actually finds the trade. For what it's worth, might make the retake a little bit easier in all of this. And okay, situation is Annihilation and Beat for Amplify. Blade, Flux could be used in combination here for SSG, but again, the same old problem. Can you get Flux off versus this bloody Sombra? Sombra did die late at the end of that last fight, remember, so there's a bit of a window for Kellen, but they need to spot the Sombra first before Kellen can really go. Sombra's on the right-hand side now, so they're going to go for it, actually. Kellen's going to try and line of sight that one. Does get the Flux damage off, forces for Beat. Bliss nearly has a beat of his own. Beat Blade coming back for SSG. Great chance to win the fight. They just need Sugar-free to connect. He's so good. Normally they catch Phone. And actually, can they do it on the cheap right now? SSG trying to save their pennies. Gap is low. Sugar-free stuck on a wall. There goes the Beat. Now the Ray comes out from Crazy Cat. Bliss has to be in response right now. Nearly another high noon. Nearly another window. But so much damage onto Kellen right now. He's going to get taken down. Seeker finds Betrayed. Coming back in the fight right now. Seeker is on the point, but he needs oh so much help. And Amplify, they're going to take the map. Desperate Blade from Sugar-free. He needs to do so much with it right now. Will catch for Lucio. Needs to find the Sombra. Can't find the Sombra. Slow is good from Gap. One more touch from Bliss. Seeker coming back on Tracer, but Bliss needs so many more touches. Kellen is back on Diva, trying to buy as much time as possible. The respawns are here as well. So low in the back, but can't get that kill on Phone. Phone nearly has another EMP as Seeker can take over the touch. But it's just a matter of cleanup right now. Seeker the last one. Lamp onto point to touch one more time for Seeker. But it's taken down and Amplify. They take the map. Raging Phoners all around. I do. I mean, we have to find ourselves asking the age-old question. Does Hunter do any legitimate coaching? Overly greedy. I mean, obviously it ends up like, I think it was the right decision from Sugar Free not to use, right? Because unsponsored opinion, guys. Unsponsored opinion. Because they get this trade right, and then they do absolutely nothing with this beat push. If they ban Dash, they win. Don't. Hunter's had enough trauma from that situation. Yeah, I mean, because the deflect comes, they catch phone, and now they have this pick. I think you don't ult unless gap ults at this point, right? Like, if they start investing ults here, Amplify, you actually maybe just beat Blade or something, right? Because gap is 1 HP. Oh, the little boop. It's just the boop actually throws him off, right, Sugar Free, and suddenly he's lost the window slightly. And then he's just stuck. And yeah, Lamp's not there for him either. Didn't boost Ken enough? No. Yeah, Amplify one. Hold on, I'll get those preds sorted for you as well. Because I imagine there's 12% of people, including Hadidas, who put 50k on Amplify to win. Alright. Alright. Okay. 5k in, 42k out. Just good business. SSG dropped a map. They did indeed, Jamie. It's alright. You know, it's all part of a plan. You gotta play good, honest Overwatch in these situations. You know, a proper 3-1. Make it worth the crowd turning up for, you know? Was it... Yeah, it was like 3-2 down to last fight. Like, Sugar Free just gets, like... just a bit unlucky. Loses track of a fucking window to walk out of at the worst time. Then gets traded. It was still like a pretty even fight otherwise, but like, you know, because it was like Ray Annihilation for Amplify versus Beat Blade from SSG, but SSG had player advantage, like 5v4. So, felt really winnable. And that would, if SSG won that one, it would have gone to another fight, which would have been difficult as well, but, you know, it kind of ended in that moment right now and turned into like a desperation situation. Both times I come to chat, he's told a different team needs you. Who do I help? Who needs it the most? Maybe Twisted Minds need it the most right now. Maybe Cannon could change to Malga earlier. Yeah, seems reasonable. Yeah, TM need it the most. I think that does seem reasonable. I don't know if he just caught in like caught in like every time he died it was like 70% to Flux type thing, but the Flux is such an awkward ult in that comp. Maybe should have just tanked it earlier. Alright, do you want the bans? So we're going to Dorado. You see that on your screen. SSG are going to ban Diva. Amplify are going to ban Brig. And Amplify are also subbing in Solo Zen for Ewan. For Solo Zen, I feel like I don't think I've seen them before in any of Amplify's games, unless my brain is a colander after all, so it's quite possible I have indeed actually seen them. But I have no strong memory of it, you know? You missed all the EU games. Yeah, Alcacia versus TM is it's not like a classic, but it's good viewing, I'd say. They're banning Ashe again. No, they're not banning Ashe. They banned Diva. So obviously Dorado force a map where one SSG can play dive, which is probably the comp they have. Are they the best dive team in North America? Is that controversial? Maybe that is controversial. They have the best Winston in North America. I think that's not controversial. Ban Anna for Amplify. I think you're right, Archie, but I can tell you for a fact, they banned Div. Div? Brig. I wasn't even close to the right word. They banned Brig. I don't know why they banned Brig, because Ana does seem like the obvious choice in this situation. No Ash ban? No. Unter always saves Ash ban for map number 5. Yeah, I mean, the Diva ban... I think the Diva ban from SSG is probably reasonable, right? I think it's the go-to pick from Amplify in some of these, like, maps where there's just too much high ground and Amalgam becomes really difficult. Maybe I think it'll be used as... Maybe, yeah. The problem is, if they've taken Diva away, what will, I guess I'm not sure what Gap will play in this situation, right? But I don't know. I feel like the Ana, they're still just going to play the Ana. Because they'll just do Ana Juno or something, right, maybe? Maybe that's hard with Bliss. Maybe there's like a... We're questioning Bliss's hero pool a little bit here. Would he be willing to pull out the Ana? He's done it in the past on occasion. I want to say on Ilios. Back in teams last year. Maybe they'll just Lucio Ana. Yeah, that could be fine as well. It's going to be Kiri Ana coming out from Amplify, though. I mean, maybe they just wanted... Because they sub-solo Zen in, they wanted the Ana themselves. I guess that probably makes the most sense, right? They wanted the Ana themselves, so they didn't want to. And they weren't going to play Brig. So they just try and make the SSG backline weaker while keeping Ana for themselves because they subbed in, like, their double flex player. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what Amplify would wanted. That would have been their ideal, right? They play Diva, they ban Brig, they empower their Diva, and their backline weren't going to play it anyway type deal. But I think they still kind of get it a little bit. You know, if they're just going to take some sort of missed version of the dive mirror here. You know, I don't think it's the worst ban at all from Amplify, considering if they want to play Ana as well. And I guess my expectation is if we're seeing solo Zen subbed in for this map, are they just the Ana guy for Amplify? Alright, Phone's going to be holding this off angle here to try and create a little bit of space for her team to keep this payload moving. And that payload's moving. Oh! She's died though, so this payload has now stopped moving. I'll keep you updated on whether the payload is moving or not. Right now, still not moving after that early pick. Holding on to the high ground right now, Bliss is playing with Seeker, just to help him win these duels and battle that flank. Gap onto the Hazard right now. Just trying to get this payload moving. Payload status is not moving. Not moving. Nade carries onto Gap as well. CJ takes out the turret. Just keeping control. Dynamite and Nade very much just come in all Gap's direction to stop this payload from moving. We're going to see Phone take top left right now. Winter is on the Tracer. Dive onto the high ground now from Kellen. Nade is good, but Suzu is there to meet it from Crazy Cat. Trying to dive here as well, and Kellen will be forced all the way back. And a concession of space now from SSG. We are getting dangerously close now. Nano, it has to be said, both support ults for Amplify. All that damage poured into Gap is actually worked out quite well for them. All about these nano turns now. Expect a nano Hazard versus a nano Winston. Kellen looking for an opportunity maybe. Eyes on the nades as well. SSG don't have to force anything, of course. They're in control of the choke, and payload is moving, but it's actually moving backwards, which is obviously bad news for Amplify. Phone will stop that right now. Gap moving into position, trying to find this dive. CJ, actually, no, both nanos are going to be exchanged. Straight onto the backline here. Kellen dodges for sleep. Suzu is late, and this will just be easy for Kellen. 2 kills for For Kellen. Kellen, not to be mistaken for Ellen DeGeneres. 2 different people, even though there are some similarities. And that's just going to be a gap of nano value. In complete control here. SSG, 2 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock already. Ellen the Felon. I mean, some of the jokes write themselves, you know. Guys, don't boost Ellen. Don't boost Ellen. Alright, chance now again for Amplify. Kitsune rush downpour stuff to go in, but Kellen has repositioned onto this high ground and has for Primal to go. Every time Kellen primals, it normally goes pretty well for Kellen. Be sure to boost him to make sure though, but again, Kellen gonna bide his time. Bliss has a defensive beat if they get in trouble, and Kellen just has this sort of staging on the left for free right now. So as they come up the stairs, Kellen might just look for that timing, try and sync up with Sugar Free here. Last dive was successful with the Nano. Trying to come through the choke right now. Nade is going to be good, and Crazy Cat can't get the Suzu off in time. Kellen is in the back right now, and Seeker's just going to keep walking forward. Primal has been used. 1 kill before getting slept up, but Kellen's now going to wake up. Both DPS down, all over the Ana right now. No escape. You can tell this guy is Korean. He's so clearly Korean. You can tell by the way he moves his arms. And that's going to be a clean Primal. 30 seconds left on the clock for Amplify. Seeker's going to have the Bob. Drop this one on point, make it quite difficult. Bliss has the beat to answer some of this. Amplify with the Molten Core might just choose to force point if anyone comes close, tries to keep it contested, or has to use a shift to get away from this Molten Core. Maybe drop the downpour. Winter's got a Pulse Bomb opportunity as well, and they kind of need a little bit of magic right now, Amplify, because they've been hard stuck on this point. Nade onto phone will get Suzu'd as he drops his Molten Core on point. Kellen hasn't committed the jump though, so Gap hasn't committed the downpour. Bob will come flying back in from Seeker right now. It's a 3-person beat from Bliss, but oh, Winter, it was an absolute sitter of a pulse bomb. Misses it onto CJ. That was the opportunity. CJ about to have another Nano, but actually Solo then gets the Nano first, so eyes onto Gap. Meanwhile, Kellen's just on the back line. No Nano. Defensive nade. Pulse bomb is good from Sugar Free. Payload is still being contested up top now, but the defensive Nano was used onto Seeker to seal that one. And that is SSG completing the full hold.
Score 0-0. Switching sides.
Ooh, Sugar Free in your backline. Yep. And you saw it, but every dive worked there for SSG, right? The Nano turn really worked. The Primal turn really worked. And that final dive as well. Just all over the backline, not even able to really clear them in any meaningful way. You're feeling really good about your bet? Which way did you go? Which way was Amplify? You bet 2? Amplify? Wait, did you put 100k on it, Hadidas? You're actually addicted to gambling, unfortunately, my friend. You weren't content with making all that money. 100k immediately on the outside odds again. I mean... keep gambling situation. What are we saying about the meta? That's how it's done. No complaints. How did Amplify manage to take a map? It was on Saravasa, which is probably one of the best maps of their comps. They kept one up in the tank swaps. Maybe Kellen stayed on Sigma too long. They kind of just want a straight up fight. Like, Amplify's macro is actually pretty good in a lot of these situations. Obviously, once they get forced into matchups like this on Dorado, it's just a really tough map for the heroes they're good at. So they end up, you know, I mean, we end up losing. But on the maps where they can actually just play some version of the Brawly comp, bit of push and pull, actually pretty good at it. Now they're going to concede a lot of space for free here. Gap has a classic ground tank on a high ground map problem, whereas if he drops a contest point, he will then just enable Kellen to dive above him with Sugar Free and get some kind of free engage on his backline while he's isolated on point. If he doesn't drop to point, the payload just keeps moving like it has done. So instead, they're going to opt just to get a little bit of poke and take this first trade at this first proper hold at the corridor, and Phone's going to shut down Sugar Free. So there we go. Now walking in, pressure onto Kellen as well, pushing him out of the bubble, forcing him back. Stuck behind the van right now is CJ, but finds the timings to cross around that spear. Solo's then slightly quicker on the Nano right now. Don't know which way they'll go with the Nano. Could just be defensive. CJ's not a mile behind. They've got Seeker a bit of space on the high ground right now. And SSG on the defense, they were good with all their big ult dive turnings. First up is going to be the Nano from CJ. Bubble has been used actually, and Nade from CJ. So if I'm SSG, I just wait right now. Nade comes out from Solo's end. Crazy Cat about to have this Kitsune rush. They're looking for their timing to go right now. Taking a little bit of space up a choke. Nano is available. Kellen will have it dropped onto him. Onto it. Bubble. Oh, surely it blocks it on ping. And actually, Kellen's going to get Kitsune rush. And Nano Torp just shreds Kellen. There wasn't enough boost, guys. Bob comes out right now into the backline, and Bob is going to try and push it home all by himself. And Bob takes down Phone. Sugar Free and Bob getting it done between them. The dynamic duo. LeBron and Bob finish it off. And now it's just going to be a desperate touch situation. Solo Zen can't make it. And oh my god, did we see Kellen's HP disappear? Nano Torb on a Kitsune Rush. Thank god for Bobe. Let's name a more iconic duo. Alright, let's see how long Kellen is full health. Kellen is gonna get naded as well. This is good. Full health for a second. just doesn't exist. Woken up from a nap in aggressive fashion. But here's Bob. Look at Bob. I've actually got so much time for phone as well. Just taking this egregious one-on-one. Kitsune Rush is up still for like half a second. Oh. I mean, for respawns, I don't think it would have changed anything. Like, I think Sugar Free still cleans this up, right? Like, yeah, Blissy's back and stuff as well, and faster respawns for attackers. But, you know, there's an optimization in there somewhere for sure. Alright, cash in the Preds for an overwhelming SSG victory. And we'll get map number 4 out as SSG now on the verge of closing out day 1 of action in week 2 here in OWCS. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe it was in my power rankings video I talked about this, where just for Amplify, the big win for Amplify was qualifying for OWCS, right? So you qualify for OWCS, playing your own stuff, making your own way in the meta. You get a chance now in OWCS to scrap it out. You're probably going to be fighting for relegation and go into those promotion relegation games. But you're going to play against some of the best teams in the region. See how it goes. Take maps where you can. They take a map off SSG right now. So I think, yeah, it's just like, enjoy the experience, learn what you can. Play as best you can. Don't overthink the results too much, really. You know you're going to be in a relegation scrap, so get ready for that. Alright, so we are going to Colosseo. Ewan is coming back in for Amp. Amplify of ban Diva. SSG respond with the Torb ban. Yeah, I think there's a real, I said it earlier, what was it? What's the word? Colosseo is the map computer. There's a real, like, allergy? Allergy? No, allergy. Allergy? What's the word? Allergy? Doesn't sound right. Analogy isn't right either. Allergy? Who knows? Whatever the correct word is, there's a real similarity. Allegory? Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah. Thank you. Allegory between Vision and Amplify in both regions. Both expected to be in relegation scraps, both playing their own unique looks, and have some really strong, you know, map picks and map ban situations. But ultimately, across the series, are always going to struggle because there's just too many weaknesses or too many situations where they can't play their strong comp, which feels a little bit like what we're seeing here. Englishman doesn't know English. I mean, yeah. Have I already banned Sombra? Yeah, I think Sombra was banned map 1, if I remember correctly. Oh, let's get it an 8. Yeah, SSG banned Sombra on map 1. So they're banning Torb, another part. Like, obviously, we've seen Winter playing quite a lot of this. So taking that away. And when you ever start interrupting some of this Torb, some of this Sim, what happens then is some of the older heroes, I say older heroes, it was literally last week. It was literally Tuesday. It's Genji and Sojin become more available, and then I think suddenly you put Seeker on Sojin and Sugar Free on Genji. Suddenly we've got two of SSG's best players on some of their best heroes, and this is where the gap will maybe look quite good. Quite big against Phone and Winter. If SSG plays Sombra, do they stick it? I mean, it should be Lenny. Yeah, 100% should be Lenny. Depends obviously what the comp is, right? But I think what my thinking is Lenny's the better Sombra. Buddy guy.
Start your climb to OWCS by joining Faceit. Gain competitive
He did, yeah,
experience in
but
weekly
Sugar Free's
Faceit
better at it.
matches. Rise to the top in divisions balanced for your skill level. Learn more at fce.gg/s4.
Alright, here we go, Colosseo. We'll get confirmation of these bans as well. Either gone, Torb gone. So I imagine Amplify will feel a lot more comfortable trying to play the Mauga on this one. We'll see if Kellen goes over to the Sigma again. Actually a probably decent map, really, in terms of like the Sig Mauga type matchup. Especially this corridor part of the map can be very difficult. Oh, thank you, Grant, for the gift. Who got it? Nilly Huckins? Congratulations. This part of the map the corridor part of the map is actually really hard stop territory for Mauga. How do I get the bans? I'm in like the OWCS channel for SSG, so they do the bans in the channel, so I'm just peeping. Just peeping. What I think of which way round was it the Kiriko ban on map 2? Remind me. Let me close these preds before I forget. Alright, and yeah, we're going to get a bit more of what we expect here, so it is going to be Sigma, but a May choice from Phone. Obviously, Torp off the table. Torp off the table. The May here can make Sigma's life a little bit hard. Wall behind the Sigma fighter, stop timing, but not if you're running without pressing shift. Really try to force the play there, Phone. And just really walked out into the open versus everything and just presented a pretty easy opportunity for SSG to take. And they exactly take it. Force for play. Come on, chat. Phona's wilting across the world right now. Remarch to swap from Gap, the same one we saw on Surabasa. This is similar. Well, it seems the same tank matchup as they turned it around on Surabasa here. So Amplify probably not too displeased with that the situation they've got right now. Kellen didn't swap really at any point off the Sigma on the Surabasa. We'll see if there's any choice down the line here for Kellen. Obviously no Sombra now, so it's easier to get the fluxes off, but still on the back foot against it from Marcho. Rocket's avoided as well, but Seeker's good for a pick. He's just in the back line here. He's walked through the flag and he's killed everyone. Winning that frontline trade onto the Sigma, but no check on the flank, and Seeker will bust them open. And this might even be a quick checkpoint for SSG, who seem to be wasting no time in pushing this one in. All the ults charging a little bit faster as well for SSG. Pulse Bomb, Overclock, Ray, all ready to go here. Checkpoint secured within 2 minutes. Not like that, chat. Not like that. Mine's out of a gutter. Trying to get the cart round this corner already. Wall comes through onto Kellen right now. Has the flux pretty quickly. And CJ's actually just killed Phone again. Sugar Free is in the back. And Ewan finds himself in a bad situation. Forces for recall actually. Fights for his own life right now. But Seeker is still coming. Sugar Free is still coming. They are pushing them back to spawn right now. Amplify finally have their first ultimates. But Bliss is just happily there. Chugging along. Getting that robot moving. Jumping around. Having a whale of a time back on that cart. Ray was using that fight from CJ now, so there is a support ult advantage coming back for Amplify. Bliss has still been pushing payload, so he doesn't actually quite have beat yet. So maybe an early flux from Kellen here to try and counter out some of these Kitsune rushes. But actually might just try and disengage the whole lot. But Seeker, oh, he slid into a wall. I don't know if the slow disrupted that a little bit. Either way, the flux comes back. It forces more another Suzu, and Ewan actually holds on to the beat versus this flux. So things swinging Amplify's way, or at least as much their way as it can when you're 107 meters down within 3 minutes. Now, Bliss finally getting close to that beat. But Amplify have clawed their way back to this middle area of the map, and we're about to have Blizzard, about to have Annihilation. Difficult ult fight for SSG really to play right now. Real rough chance that Kellen just gets caught by this. Trying to force the Matrix out of it. Annihilation to keep going. What choice does Kellen have? He's going to get Blizzarded as well. Blissy's beat back is late. That's not a ping issue. That's unfortunately a Bliss issue. Kellen will get taken down. Bliss will escape right now. Kellen is coming back on ball. So we do see a one-upmanship in the swap. Slow doesn't pull Bliss out of the sky, but Bliss will fall and Gap will finish that one off as well. A little bit of a refresh on the clean feed now as Kellen is back on the ball. Big investment from Amplify to try and get it out of this corridor fight. But now Kellen will be perched above them. As is Seeker, and this is really hard now for Amplify. This low ground to high ground fight, their type of comp is part of the map. Real tricky. They've got the beat, but they can't really beat push onto anyone right now. Wall to block Seeker's angle for a little bit. He has full rail. Fishes for the Tracer shot there, doesn't find anything. Kellen's actually positioned himself behind Amplify now. Trying to force this Suzu out early. Slam will come in. We'll get Suzu. Damage prevented right there from Crazy Cat. And now the beat push comes in. Ray in response from CJ. Seeker will slide forward, trying to stay in that Ray. But there's a Kitsune rush round. Pulse bomb was thrown out. Gap has died in the midst of all of this. And they're trying to steal the robot as well. They've stolen the robot now. Seeker's got the overclock as they try and walk away. Quick two-shot onto Winter to finish her off. And now they're all just going to trickle onto the point, make a nice little easy streak of headshots for Seeker. And SSG recover from that difficult situation, leverage their high ground position quite well. And now Sombra swap from phone. A chance to punish Kellen now on the ball still as well. Come on, clean feed. Just a little bit more bit rate. He was going to get caught early out of nothing right now. They're trying to steal the car right now. But Sugar Free has got eyes on that. Eyes on this Tracer as well. Bliss and Sugar Free trying to double team it up. But Winter will be able to escape. Trying to disengage still. They're quite low. It was actually a Junker Queen swap from Gap in all of this as well. But they're just bleeding players right now. They're trying to trade onto Kellen. Final slam will take him down. Kellen is awfully low. But Gap, they can't finish the kill. Kellen's just rolling around in circles. Boost him. He'll go faster, chat. And now, 4 minutes on the clock, and SSG are approaching the end of Colosseo now. Full push is being threatened. Kellen is on the roof. Looking for an opportunity to start with his mines. Building up pace. Slamming in. Not too much of anything right now. None of Amplify really caught in that one. Beat push comes in over the top anyway. Kellen's going to just keep rolling around in circles. Go get involved, Kellen, mate. They're all over there. Forces him all the way back. Loads of damage onto Gap as he has to try and touch the point. He's just going to get focused down as that comes in. No ults just yet from Amplify. Phone is nearly going to have her EMP, but it's not going to get up in time. Too little, too late. The Phoner flops. And Colosseo is a full push for SSG, finishing dominantly. Alright. Good response from SSG. Lost for one map. Maybe that happens against these kind of teams, right? Let me choose the outcome. Hadidas, you put 250,000 on Amplify? Honestly, Hadidas. I mean, you've got to keep gambling, and I mean, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. Jesus. And I get my 8 hours before Korea. I mean, you're right, Guilthorpe. This is actually... I mean, I'm not going to be able to sleep for like an hour or so, you know. I've got to do the VODs and stuff as well. But this is actually an incredible win for the sleep schedule. Went from 90k to 10k over the last 2 weekends. It's alright, Hadouken. Have you heard about slingshot theory? Where you go down just for the big ramp up, you know? If anyone else wants to know about slingshot theory, we discuss it thoroughly in Uncoachable this week, which is Patreon tomorrow, main release on Sunday. So stay tuned to hear all about slingshot theory. Works in all parts of life. Gambling, works in OWCS, all regions. also 4 cope sections. No. Honestly, it was actually so much love and support going around, you know. We're a tight unit. Tight unit now. Got each other's backs. I looks like we're getting no interview as well. All right. I guess that's kind of just it, then, isn't it? A quick one in North America. Some straightforward games. Seeker player of the match. Yeah. Sure. Probably could have quite easily given it to Sugar Free, but it's probably nice to give somebody who's not Sugar Free the player of the game every now and again. He did the clicky thing. He did do the clicky thing. I mean, it's always a little bit a little bit of a what do you call it? Like when a team just wins by quite a large margin, like they did on a lot of these maps, give or take to Saravasa, it can almost go to anyone, right? It can almost go to anyone. Conk on YouTube says Seeker popping off reminds me of LA Valiant days, which reminded me that Tay Zonde was a fan. You think he still follows the scene? Tay Zonde was a fan. Maybe he was just into LA Valiant though. And now without LA Valiant, the love is gone. He was always in YouTube chat as well, wasn't he, in Overwatch League? What an unexpected crossover. He's still active in a vast Discord? Yeah, what a bizarre crossover. If he likes it, he likes it, you know? Nothing wrong with liking it. Alright. So in the interest of me getting a reasonable sleep schedule, let's do a quick look through what we should expect to see tomorrow, right? Oh, really? You do? Oh, yeah. Is that the Purple Rain guy? It is indeed, Mr. Rover. Yeah, the Purple Rain, which I guess was like an old viral video, I guess is probably the best way to, most concise way to describe it. No, Chocolate Rain. You're right. Yeah, sorry, Chocolate Rain, not Purple Rain. I often get Prince and Tay confused. Interchangeable for me. Interchangeable for me. Two people of relatively equal musical accomplishment, right? Relatively, you know, like really splitting hairs to separate the two of them, I think, in terms of musical achievement. Same sort, I know. Come on, guys, it's the end of the day. I get to mistake a couple of singers. Just turned 18 a few minutes ago. Congrats, Archie. Happy birthday. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Seward. From what I understand, Prince was a very big LA Valiant fan. Even though it would have been long before their inception, he could see the future. All right, should we start with Korea? We'll go chronologically through tomorrow right now to see what is in store for all of us. All right, regular season group stage. So in Korea tomorrow, we'll be starting with Zeta and Wei. Which actually, I think this game is actually going to be pretty tight, Zeta and Wei. I feel like Zeta still win. They always win, right? Again, in these sort of like mid-team situations. But I think Wei have legs. They have a ball player as well. So meta changes might line up with them. There's a lot more ball in Korea than maybe the other regions. Pokerface versus Vesta. This is actually a relegation scrap because New Era, even though they're on 0-4, well, before today when they beat Vesta, sorry, spoiler warning, but you weren't, let's face it, you weren't going to watch that game anyway. So Pokerface versus Vesta is an absolute, this is the relegation game. Loser of this doesn't make it through to the next round, and their stage 1 is just over. So this is actually, that game might not be the highest quality, but the stakes are real. Then we're going to get New Era versus Crazy Raccoon, which might just be a little bit business as usual for Crazy Raccoon. Nice, simple win. Over in EMEA, we're going to be getting VP versus Sakura, which even with sort of like meta disruption, I think VP should just be a straightforward win for them after their strong showing in week 1. Peps versus TM. Oh, fuck me. This is... I'm really worried for TM. This is a rough game for them. Peps looked... I mean, they only beat a poor OWCS, so I don't really know if I'm completely convinced by Peps right now. But they've at least shown some hands. Scrimbucks seem to say Peps are actually right in the mix in terms of skill level with all the other sort of like with the partner teams and everything else. So I think that's a really scary game for TM. To go 0-3, even if they've had like reasonably tough games to start with, 0-3 would be a pretty big, well, a really disastrous start. In North America, we're going to get a triple header. Amplify versus Nightmare. Probably similar today. SSG versus Avidity. Probably similar today. Maybe there's a little bit of... Avidity have like a ball player who's normally on the bench. Who might be coming in and getting a bit more playtime tomorrow. So maybe that causes some problems for SSG. You never know. Then we get TL versus Rad, which I think is actually... should be the best game of North America on paper. I don't know if Infected can just play a load of ball, though. Maybe that ruins a little bit of Rad's strength, honestly. But, you know, that's probably the one with most interest. So, probably like one good game per region we're kind of looking at here. Maybe, again, always a chance for surprises and all of that. Maybe 2 in Korea, or at least exciting games. Oh, yeah, I was looking mainly at... I think we actually got pretty decent games on Sunday as well. Like, Sunday could be some pretty tight games, too. Like, maybe, yeah, Rad Avidity and... where is it? Genji versus Alcancia, especially. And similarly on Sunday on Korea, we actually get Falcons versus T1 and Way versus FGG, which should both be pretty good, actually. All right. Ooh. You should replace Unser with PG as a casting partner. I don't think PG will be up at that time. Unless he stayed up late enough, you know? All right. Quick play in bed then. Quick play in bed. Last chance to spin. Last chance to play for all the hardcore who are still here. Let's get it open. Bom, 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 bom. Yeah, you might be right, Pineapple. We might just be up. Where are we going to finish the day? Why is this music so loud? Turn this down a bit. I feel like we played so many of these now. Approved Angelic Adventure. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Sounds nice. Alright. Last chance to play. Last chance to spin the wheel. We'll do a quick one before bed. And then I'll get myself off to get some rest before Korea. Alright. So we're not going to waste any time. You guys know what to do by now. Exclamation mark play if you want to play. Chance to spin the wheel. You get whatever prize the wheel lands on. There's a big old... What's this 5 doing? What an imposing 5 that is. Alright. What a trippy course. This is like something out of that Prince song, Chocolate Rain. Alright, 30 seconds left if you want to play. The big 5 has no correlation to the time. Everyone's going to start behind the big 5. And we will be dropping. I see where Mona's got himself in. Keen to get one of those prizes. 10 seconds left. Last chance to play. Last one of the night. Big thrusting 5. Big thrusting 5. Alright. Off to the drop right now. 1 second on the clock. Here we go. Opening Plinko. The 5 just doing cosmetic. Ollie always in playing. Verif will be out to an early lead. Through the right-hand side right now. Psycho Shiro going left. Different paths right now. How does someone take the middle path? I don't know. I don't know how someone takes the middle path. Let's follow the right-hand side right now as they skirt through what is pretty straightforward. Just straight and boost, straight and boost. What could go wrong? Oh, they're going to TP into the middle, potentially? Oh, they're going to TP into the middle. So left and right, they become one in the middle. And they go down to this big drop. Where are we going next? Lots of bumpers on this one. Verif still has the lead for now. Ooh. Oh, wow. There's actually so much more of this race to go. We're not even close to done right now. Plenty of chance to overtake. Verif getting caught in the bumpers. Steven on the other side, living on the edge. Actually just living in the bumpers right now. And it's Vigaboid who comes out on top. Oh, a few people taking a catapult right now. Don't know if this will pay off in the long run. Vigaboid, though, strong lead. Gecko Ever. Or Gecko Eva probably actually knows. And living on the edge, close in pursuit right now. As we're going to go down the stairs, bumping down the stairs, a long fall down all of these stairs. A pretty terrible staircase to fall down in reality. Really designed. Who are these staircases even for? Living on the edge and Hadidas racing down right now. Racing. But Vigaboid's still in the lead. No one really overtaken on this stair situation as Vigaboid will go into the next one. A classic right or left situation now. Looks like Vigaboid choosing left with Gecko Eva as well. Living on the edge, going to go right. But Vigaboid, still a strong lead. So far in all our races tonight, the one who had the strong lead just kept on winning. And Vigaboid and Gecko Eva in a great situation. Living on the edge, coming up third place right now. But there's a couple of tumblers. Again, a choice of right or left. Tumblers, a maze, then a finish. All right, all about the tumblers. The tumblers are really going to separate the wheat from the chaff in all of this. Not about who's into the tumbler first, it's who is out of the tumbler first. And it looks like Gecko Eva, maybe, no, rolling past it, can't quite find their way out. Dead heat now, loads of people in the mix. Trivalite maybe coming out first. Trivalite has navigated the tumbler, just needs to nail the maze right now. Oh, but hard stuck on the wall. Anyone's game once again, more people joining in the maze. Can anyone get a clean run? Trivalite has actually gone right through. Oh, Hadidas, slight bit of speed, but Trivalite's good for it. Just got to slide through right now. Slides through successfully. Will finish it. Actually, Kanto living on the edge. Just close out third place. Hadidas 6th ultimately. Our top 10 will be confirmed. Ellie the Femboy rounding us up. Headrama also in the mix right there. All of everyone's actually pretty much stayed in competition for this. Maybe it looks like Popple having a little bit of trouble with the tumbler at the end. Coffee Sip. Analog Stone. Analog Stone, a strong competitor in one of our previous ones. But it looks like Popple might finish last unless there's some maze-based problems. Knob Bruntley does find their way out of the maze. Didn't you see me? Also struggling with the maze right now, but no one is struggling with the maze quite like Popple. There we go, out of it. Will be the last one over the line, but at least over the line they were. Final results for Trivalite. Chance to spin the wheel. You ready to spin the wheel? We'll see what you get. We're running short on big prizes right now, so you've got to be good at spinning the wheel. Got to be good at it. All right. Have I got my scenes right? Where am I going? Here. Wheel. So, all right. Anamythic still in play. Rhine Mythic still in play. Second Anamythic still in play. 3 timeouts still in play. And 4 Season 13 booster packs, which obviously won't give you the Season 13 booster, but they'll give you some kind of coins and skins and some kind of, you know, backup prize. All right. Spinning the wheel. Fingers crossed. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Oh, by a pixel, it's a timeout. By a pixel, it's a timeout. Oh, I thought you were just going to get away with it. All right, salute for Trivalite. Rigged. Unfortunately, Trivalite. I appreciate the effort. And you ran a good race. You came back there, navigated the maze, navigated the tumbler, but couldn't navigate the wheel. But you know what you have done, Trivalite? I know you're timed out right now, but you can still hear me. You know what you have done, Trivalite? What you have done is because you have triggered this timeout, it's removed from the wheel. So you've sacrificed yourself so that everyone else has a better chance of winning next time. So really, it's a pretty big greater good situation here from Trivalite. So have to have respect for that. All right. The rest of these prizes we're going to roll over to tomorrow. Obviously, we've got all of Saturday, all of Sunday right now. So hopefully some of the good prizes stay in as well. More chances to win. We're doing this wheel during EMEA and NA tomorrow. And we've actually got, can you believe this? We've got some Ash Mythic codes to give away in Korea. One for Saturday, one for Sunday. A little bit slim pickings, but 2 is better than none, hey? Hunter's got 1 to give away as well, so that'll be fun. So that should be all pretty good. Let me get myself off this scene. Let me end the VOD out of